These items are ordered by demand and incur an 8% tax increase over normal trade price. Wow. Okay. That's kind of costly. Alright, welcome back to another episode of Banished with your host Midnight, and we're still looking at the Colonial Charter mod. We are exploring all the different aspects of Colonial Charter. We just got done looking at roads and bridges, and now I want to move on to storage. So we want to look at the different storage facilities, and some of that, there's going to be trade buildings in here as well. So this is a pretty huge section. I'm hoping I can get it all done in time. But we're going to look at specific trade storage, and we're going to look at market buildings. And like I said, this is a pretty big area, so we'll try to go ahead and get this carved out. I think I want to put my storage facilities on this side of the world. And let me, yeah, do I want to put them there? I'm trying to think of where my space is, because as we start doing this, we're going to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So we need to get to this lake area eventually. You know, I could probably do storage facilities right here. Maybe trade on the other side of this. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna get rid of this. Before I do that, I just want to take a quick peek at this. I have an abundance of lumber. And so maybe I want to try to get rid of some of this lumber, but I don't know if I can do that or not. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Probably should, like, put a storage off somewhere and just ultimately get rid of it all. Alright, let's drop that in there like that. Clear that out. Okay. And let's start looking at this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put down the trade. And these are, you know, this is the standard trade that's in the vanilla game. So I'm just going to drop this right in here. This one is, this trade post is a standard one. And we've got an old town trading post. We're going to put that down, see what that kind of looks like. Oops. We might have to do some terraforming here to kind of get some of these to fit. Otherwise, we're going to be spread out all over the place. Let's see if I can just get that one. I'll get that one in here and see if I can't get the other smaller ones in. We have individual traders. So this is a farm supplier. Farm supplier winds up giving seeds and livestock, which is awesome because, I mean, that's really handy if you just want to focus on seeds and livestock. That's the building to do. The old town trader, I think, is just kind of, yeah, your all your trading needs. And then same with the trading post. It's laws for trader resources. I think that means all. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's specific, but that was the farm supplier. We've got an industry supplier who focuses mainly on building materials. So if you have need of like fancy building materials or homewares or fancy homewares or stuff like that, this would be the supplier that you would wind up using. If I can fit it here, I'm going to fit it there. I'm going to fit it wherever I can fit it, because this is going to be the tricky part. Dry goods supplier does dry goods only. I have not used the dry goods supplier yet, so I have no idea what kind of dry goods people are dropping off. I wonder if I can... Yeah, this just flattens the terrain. This one doesn't have the MegaMod terrain tools where you can actually like remove a block of terrain, so this is limited in that sense. So I can't just go ahead and start mucking with that. Let's get that dry goods oh, I did the dry goods supplier. That's the dry goods supplier? No, that's the industry supplier. Why does the dry goods look very similar to the industry supplier? What's the difference? I guess interesting. Some of the items... Can I get in there? Let's get in there. Just like this. Some of the... On the dock itself, you see you've got these kind of like goods. And on this one over here, you've got different barrels. I think that's hay. Something. Maybe not. Maybe that's just some of the building materials. If that's going to be the variation, that's going to be a little bit tricky here. Food supplier. Yeah, kind of interesting how they're starting to do this. This building is slightly different, where it's got It's got like a little shack of sorts. And in that shack, it's got some barrels of food in there. Wow, this is going to be really tricky to try to get these in. Let's see if I can fit one on this side over here. Yeah, I'll get that one in here like this. And let's see, that was the food supplier, right? And Charter Company. Charter Company trade for many items. They will pack exchange goods in return for useful, refined items for your settlement. These items are ordered by demand and incur an 8% tax increase over normal trade price. Wow. Okay. That's kind of costly. Let's see, where can I fit that turkey in? He's a little bit narrower of a building, but still, I don't know if I can fit it in this way. Maybe I can get him on the end? Nope. Yeah, we're gonna have to kind of branch off down here as best we can. Maybe I can get him in here. Wow, this is gonna be tough to try to figure out how to get him in. He wants kind of like a flat area. It's too bad you couldn't have buildings on a diagonal. That's the only downside of that. I cannot get this guy in here at all. I'm gonna have to put him down here. Okay, that's the charter. And let's see, that was a charter bootlegger. A bootlegger, what's this, alcohol? Oh, and they only take the silver fenning. Oh, and he's small, I like that. He's a little tiny guy. Oh, and you don't even need to have him on the water. He is a show up anywhere kind of guy. Cool. Let's put the little bootlegger over here. And take a little peek at him. What does he look like? Just kind of like a barrel. That's neat. I like that. That's pretty cool. But he's only what, alcohol, right? All manner of bootleg items. I don't know what that means. I don't know what the bootleg items mean. Dock Smuggler employs a bootlegger and can provide town with various luxury items, but they take the gilder, the gold gilder. And he needs to be on the water a little bit. But we can fit him in here. And why does he have like reeds in front of him? It's like a little boat with some reeds. Interesting. That's kind of strange why they have that up there in the air like that. I think that's kind of glitched, to be honest with you. That's okay. We're gonna leave it like that. We don't have time to fix that. Smuggler's dock. That was the one we just put in, and then the native trader. And that is also something that can be put just on the ground, which we can put like maybe right over here. Which is great. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Let's employ people in here. I want to be able to. I guess they took my bootlegger guy? I'm not too sure. Weird. Okay. I don't think I need people in here for those guys to show up. I don't know why I needed people in the other ones, but that's okay. We've got people in there now, so no big deal. Alright, we got plenty of bridges they can cross over on. Let's just wipe out some of this growth. I want to be able to see these buildings on both sides. Just so we have a clear view of stuff. I know it's not very pretty that I'm kind of wiping out all the trees and the rocks and stuff, but my purpose is to look at the buildings, to see what they do, and see how they can be useful. Okay, so that was trading. We took care of the trading. The stockpiles, yeah, you guys know what a stockpile is. But I'm going to show it to you anyways. There's a couple. There's a transparent stockpile, which I don't know that I would like because you're not going to be able to see it, right? Shoot, I don't even know if I can see it to lay it down. Yeah, it's totally invisible. And that would make sense for the other ones as well, right? Yeah, that's a little tricky because you can't see what's in this thing. Let's wipe out this stockpile so they can start moving items around. Let's keep that one in place, but let's get rid of this one. Are they already moving items over there? No, but they're crossing like crazy. Let's get a couple people working. Why are you out of a job? Oh, you're wicked. I took your job away. Sorry, dude. I'm not going to put down the invisible stockpiles because the transparent stockpiles, because I can't see them. So you really don't know. I mean, it's just, they're just transparent stockpiles. So let's put down the regular stockpiles. We know what a regular stockpile looks like. It's this little thing here. And then this little stockpile is going to be wood-only stockpile. So they color in the same. They're not any different colors, but they're only going to store specific goods. Like this is an iron stockpile. And this is what? A material stockpile. So if I get rid of this stockpile down here, just get rid of this building. This one. We're going to see some of these items are going to move over to different locations. And so we'll see what happens here. Look at all these guys. That's the standard stockpile. So they're just moving stuff over to the standard stockpile. And now we're going to get individual stockpiles. So we got wood. We've got stone. Oh, they're moving because they couldn't fit the wood anywhere else. They're moving the wood in here. Ah, no. So I think once that gets full, they're going to do something else with it. What are these guys doing? Weird. While they're all kind of going around here with these traders. That's pretty bizarre. And I don't know why I keep getting people that say they don't have enough workers or something. Why does that keep saying he doesn't have enough workers? Excuse me. I just put a ton of people in there. I don't understand that. That should have a different... I don't know. It should have a different something. That's kind of weird. All right. Look at all these little guys coming in for trading. What does this guy trade? He's got soup. This guy's got ducks and chicken. That was my farm supplier, right? This guy's got, you know, rough tools, clay, sand, all that stuff. Here comes another one coming in. On the side over here. We're docking in. He's got a native artifact. Ooh, native artifact. Nice. All right. All right. So that's going to go off like crazy now. There's no way around it. Okay. So that was our traders, and we put down our stockpile. Let's get rid of this. Let's enable. I want to see some. Does it tell me? Yeah. Iron stockpile, fuel stockpile. Let's put in, let's pick up this iron. I want to see this iron get gathered and put into that stockpile. Same with this one. And then what was this? Materials, iron, fuel. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to stick in there as opposed to the other barns. Okay, but let's go back to this. So that was the stockpiles. And now we have markets. Markets are going to be huge, so let's put the markets over here. You put a market. Let's put a small market over here. Try to utilize some of this space. Oh, dang it. I'm going to turn that back on. An edibles market. Okay. We've got a rural market. That's kind of like the standard traditional market. That was the one that I was using, I think, in the challenge, was the rural market. You got an old town market. I've seen this before. It's just covered. I did it in one of my other Let's Plays of Banished. I used this one. And that was okay. I didn't like the fact that it wasn't open. Central market. Totally different layout than the rural market. So central market, and then we have these individual stands, and I want to check these individual stands out because I thought this was really cool. Now I have somebody said that the individual stands wind up taking more people, but I mean I get it, but they look really cool, right? So when you're trying to have some sort of competition where you're trying to have the best looking city or the best laid out looking city. I think that these little stands, while they might take up more people in the long run, are just actually prettier. So we have 6 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have another one here. And then we have these little carts. And these carts hold specific items. So this is a wood market cart. That's a stone cart. We've got an iron cart, an edibles cart, and a fuel cart. That's nice because you can put those around town and you can have people just come pick up their fuel from there. I like it's got a little firewood in there. Unfortunately, I can't get down to the ground on this. I have to do the tweak. And we could do the tweak at the very end to look at this stuff at ground level to see what all these buildings kind of look like. That'd be pretty nice, I think. Okay, that was the markets. We got the markets in place. Now the storage, I don't know. Designed to sit tightly up next to buildings, up to building walls. Okay. So this is something I didn't do, right? And what's how much does this hold? See, they don't say how much this holds, and that's unfortunate. I think that somebody needs to go through and wherever the description is, this descriptive file for this mod, they need to put in how much this actually holds, because this is not informative enough for me. I want to be able to know so that I can plan how much that this thing is going to hold. Let's see here. What does this look like? Oh, and there's different variations of it. Okay, well, I kind of figured. I wonder, hey, what is the... Let's go back to the market here. Are there different variations on this? No. How about these fruit stands? No. Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't have, like, different variations on these. Okay, so we can... You know, it's like this. It's like... it's just like this, right? You rotate up to this. This sits underneath like this. And you have a nice little... Let's actually just drop that right there. And there's different colors to it. And these are all going to be... It doesn't look like there's any difference to these. Meaning that whether I put down any kind of cellar... The door... I'm looking at the door. The door pattern is the same. The surrounding color is what's different. So the cellars are going to look all relatively similar. It doesn't matter what cellar I put down. But it's nice to have these little cellars here because you can plan out these cellars. You can make them look really neat. You can put them up to the house. You can match whatever color your house is. Like this one. Let's see. Let's rotate this. I've got a little brick house that's kind of dark. Where's my color for that? That's probably it right there. That's the best color that I've got to match it up. So you can match it up. You can make it look really neat. I like that. I like that. We're going to go nuts now that we got all the traders in place. All right, specialized storehouses. So this is pretty neat because these are pretty large. This is a large quantity materials warehouse stuff. I got ore, glass, coal, you know, or clay, bricks, building supplies, homewares. This is great for a production chain like that. So this would be perfect to stick next to one of those production chains. And then I have individual, like I've got an additional, here's another like specific wood storage. And it just, again, it doesn't tell me materials warehouse. So this will sit next to the materials warehouse. That's pretty cool. Probably around what, the side or something? Let's see. Because you do have a little bit of space. Is it, what color house is that? It's kind of like, I really don't have a color difference, but that's the materials warehouse. So if I rotate this around, are they thinking like this? Because that would leave a little bit of a space. So they're thinking like this off to the side. Does it get closer over here? No, I still have a little bit of a space. So that's kind of interesting where they're saying that they want this right next to the materials warehouse. But that is that building. And then there's variations of these, right? You've got iron, fuel, iron storage, and stone storage. And so you can put those there. We're not going to put them all down because it doesn't make sense. They all look the same. Just like the what do you call those? The cellars. Okay, little lean-tos. And little lean-tos, I guess, are the tiny storage, right? And let's look at these. That is cool. So I have a variation here if I wanted to have like a little one with and one without. Do these have differences? Oh, nice. Okay. So the pictures above the lean-to and the pattern of the barrels are different. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So you can get kind of an understanding of... That'd be a little bit hard to try to memorize. Oh, this 3 stacked barrels on top in a triangle position with 1 barrel laying down, 1 barrel standing up is my... And they don't even tell you what type of lean-to it is. That... Oh, that's just a basic lean-to. Okay, an edibles lean-to. So if it's a basic lean-to, it would be that one. Okay, that's kind of cool. I mean, I like that. That's neat. That you can have this variation in storage with the lean-to. Again, it doesn't tell you exactly how much storage it's holding. So I think that would be nice for them to go in and change that. There's variations on the barn? No, no variations on the barn. And we already have 1 barn down. And you can upgrade the barn. So that's a standard barn. Let's just put right next to it the upgraded version of the barn. I don't like this. I offset it. Oh, come on. Are you serious? To demolish that? It wasn't an instant demolish? There's nothing in there. Okay, let's go back to this. Where's the barn? Autosave got me. I don't know why it took you so long. And where's everybody? Why is everybody hanging around over here like little ants? Weird. Oh, I think I put all my food over there. That's why. That's weird. Alright, we got rid of that. I wonder if that's a bug. Oh, maybe there is a variation on the barn. Why does this barn look different than the other one? Why do I have... You see that wood? Oh. Durr. That was the stuff that was on the ground. That was pretty dumb. And then you have an upgraded version of this, right? And so the upgraded version... We'll let people build that. I have no idea what is going on over here. To the point where people are not even... Why are people here? They don't want to work anymore. That's weird. That is beyond, bizarre beyond bizarre why people are all staying over here. Especially when I have like 50 workers configured. So here's the upgraded barn. Storage warehouse. So it's the storage barn and then we go storage warehouse. And it'd be nice to see what the mins and max are on those. Alright, let's look at a small barn. Let's rotate this around so we're looking at the front. No variations on it. We can start putting these off to the side over here. And let's see here. An old barn. Let's rotate this around. Any variations on the old barn? No. Put that off to the side. No upgrades. These guys have upgrades? No, no upgrades. And let's see. The magazine. This is supposed to be huge. Let's put this down. Oh, we got variations on the magazine. Sweet. What's the old barn say? Still old, but provides adequate general storage. And the magazine is large walled storage, able to store huge quantities of resources. Let's kind of look at some of the variations on that. Oh, why did I put that one down? It's not the one I wanted to go down. Let's have 100 builders building. Don't know where all my builders are at. They're dodo heads. Let's look at this magazine again. Yeah, I want this magazine. weird that you don't see the ground on there, but once you place it down, you get the ground? I don't know, I'm trying to F through it, and I'm not getting anything different, but when I placed it... So you know what, I think there's only one, because that's kind of weird. Let's see, dry storage, flax, leather, wool. Again, doesn't say how much. No variations on the building. No upgrades on the buildings. Grain silo. Oh, I like that. That's just pure grain or something? Grain and products related to grain. When it says related to grain, does that mean it's going to do... It's going to store stuff in the production chain, like flour and stuff? Probably. Root cellar. Root cellar stores fruit and vegetables and products that contain fruit and vegetables. I thought a root cellar would be underground, don't you think? No variation on the root cellar. No upgrades on those two buildings. And a meat locker. No upgrade, no variations on the meat locker. No upgrade on the meat locker. A barn bank. What is a barn bank? Let's rotate this around. Hey, and why does it... Oh, wait, does that have to be hooked up to the barn? Hold on. An extra storage building that must be built on a slope. Get out of here. Oh, wild. Okay. Nice. So, if you wind up having a little hill and you need some storage on that hill, there you go. Resource deposit. Adjustable storage for your available range of products and resources. You must have at least one of a product type for its storage button to appear. Let's rotate this around. Is there a variation on that? No, no variation on that. And so, oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. So they're very similar to like a trader where I can pick what I want to be in here. That's pretty neat. I like that concept. And that way I can just say, hey, I want this to be distribution barn, which can have workers assigned to it who will empty it into the next nearest regular storage locations. Functions as a normal storage barn if no workers are present. Any variations on that? No, no variations on that. Okay. All right. Well, hey, we covered a lot. We wound up going through all of our storage markets and trading in this episode. We wound up getting our trade facilities down. Let's give everybody a little bit of firewood. Let's store that firewood in there. Make sure everybody's all nice and cozy. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. Now people are starting to go to their house. I think maybe they're looking for resources down here. I'm not entirely sure what exactly that they're doing down there, but that's pretty fascinating stuff. Let's turn this off for now. Let's turn off this facility and turn off these facilities because, yeah, I just don't want them producing any more. Or we're going to have an abundance of stuff. This is not producing anything, right? Okay. All right, pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. I'm very impressed with this so far. This is, so that's iron. Let's put down some more iron. What is this? Coal. Ale to storage. Let's see where that gets stored. Crop seeds. I don't know where that's going to go. Oh, make all crop seeds available. Sorry. Here we go. Textiles. Let's add that. Let's add just a little bit of everything here. Okay. Cool. We get to see these storages filled out, which is nice. Alright guys, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. This is, like I said, we got rid of, we did all of our traders to see what the traders look like. It was pretty neat. And we wound up doing all of our markets over here. We've got several markets over here. All of these are kind of little markets. And we've got, that's not a market, that's a little storage, but some markets over here. And then we've got our storage kind of spread out around here. We've got our different material warehouse, our edibles market. Well, that was a market, one of the markets. Our meat locker, our root cellar, all these magazines, all these little storages here. So that's pretty neat. So we have some variation on storages. We go from teeny, which is these tiny little cellars, food cellars down there, which I thought was pretty fantastic, and these little individual things that we could stick all over the place for storage, which makes it look nice because it's a functional decoration, which I thought was pretty neat. So we can absolutely use those as not only decoration, but as some additional storage. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, thanks so much. Really appreciate you joining me. Next time, we're going to look at our town services. We're going to go through all these buildings and see what they kind of look like. All right, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit that like button if you like the video and subscribe to our channel so you can stay on top of all of our latest video releases. I release content almost every day. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.